Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is the first video on In His Image and Likeness YouTube channel. My name is Jeffrey, and the title of this video is Prurigo Nodularis. Is there a natural treatment and cure? So the doctors who have specialized in this skin condition have stated that diagnosis is dead easy. What's perplexing is treatment. And according to them, it's chronic, i.e. incurable, and that they suggest over 20 or 30 so immunosuppressant drugs, starting with topical corticosteroid creams, all the way up to biologics, and all of them have side effects. For those of you who have gotten to this video, it's most likely because you're suffering from this. And having had the symptoms that match identically to the diagnostic criteria, I know exactly how much suffering is involved, and that is torment. And the reason I'm making this video is to give hope and to share with you what I did to naturally treat and alleviate and cure this so-called incurable condition. So I'm going to choose my words very carefully, because what we think, what we believe, and what we say is really, really important. So first of all, I'll tell you my story, and then I'm going to tell you what I did and to cure myself, to heal myself. And okay, so I went on a trip to Costa Rica in the winter of 2024, and I was golfing, and I got bit by fire ants, a lot of fire ants, on the 6th hole on multiple occasions. And the little fire ants, they pack a punch when they bite, and my ankles swelled up, and it was super itchy. That's Bella. And you know, I didn't really think much of it, but the itch never went away, and the swelling never went away, and it just continued and continued, starting on my left leg. It went all the way up the inside part of my shin, and it was so unbelievably itchy, especially at night, that I couldn't even sleep. And so, you know, I was putting on icy hot type of you know, capsaicin and mint, and then I started putting topical steroids creams. Still didn't work, and I was getting totally sleep deprived, 2 to 3 hours of sleep at night. And then it had another part come up here, really, really itchy. And I thought, okay, I guess I got bit there, some no-see-ums or whatever. And then it went on to my right leg and up onto the outside of my thigh. And it's then when I realized that I don't think this is from just bug bites. This is something systemic happening. And I was like thinking, man, did I get some strange tropical bug? And it was for 2 months. At first I thought it was a dairy allergy or bug bites, and no, it wasn't. And in Central America, you can buy any medication without any prescription. And so I went and I said, do you have a stronger topical steroid cream, and they gave me something called clobetasol propionate, which I didn't know, but it is one of the strongest corticosteroids. And what I would like to do right now is to encourage you all to go find a video called Preventable. I think her name's Brianna, and it's a horrifying story of what happens if you use too much topical steroid cream. And I ended up using a lot. After 2 months, I went and visited some friends in El Salvador. And the night before I flew was January 13th, and I'm like searching on the internet. What do I have? Do I have shingles? Is this eczema? Is this a dairy allergy? And I kind of ruled out it wasn't a food allergy, and it wasn't just bug bites. It was something. And then all of a sudden I see on YouTube this thing called Prurigo Nodularis. And I watched a lot of videos on this, and that's how I could tell you what I told you in the front of this video. By the time I got to my friends, I had had this intense itch for more than 2 months. So that's the first criteria. Do you have more than 6 weeks of itch? Yep, I had it. Was I scratching and rubbing? Yes. Were there lesions? Were there bumps? All over my body by this time, like my back, my butt. I mean, my body was on fire. I would not have wished that on anybody, my worst enemy, nobody. It was literally torment. And after watching those videos, it made me super sad that this was chronic, this was incurable, and all they had was these really, really dangerous toxic drugs. So when the itch comes, any of you who are suffering from it, you know what it's like. It's like you're getting electrocuted. It's not pain, it's itch. And the impact on your life, I don't need to tell you. It's horrific, right? So the good news, I'm cured. And that's why I'm making this video. I want to share with you my journey. Okay, so first of all, when I got to El Salvador, I had been studying all about health for a long time. I'm 65 years old. I'll be 66 in March. And my friend here, John, has been studying as well. He's older than me. And so what the doctors say is that because of the scarring and the nodules, when you put topical steroids, the hope is that it's going to suppress the neurons that are sending the chemical messengers to the brain related to the itchy neurons, right? But if you have all these nodules, the cream doesn't penetrate, so they'll inject it. But if you have too many nodules, which I had hundreds all over my body. I mean, my body was one massive rash. So that wasn't going to work. And also, I had come to the point where I realized doctors don't know everything. Some are, really good people, sincere people. Some of them are really there for the money, They have really large egos. And I try to stay away from medications and centralized medicine as much as I can. Really good if you have like a severe trauma, but I don't like taking any medications whatsoever. But the itch was so bad that I was in agony. And so when I got there, I said, hey, it's not getting through. So we thought DMSO. And DMSO will carry anything in. I'm not recommending that you do it. I'm just telling you what I did. Would I do it again? No. I wish I had known what I came to know later. And so, let's see. What these videos are showing me is that, capsaicin, which comes from chili pepper, might work. But it was burning me because my skin had become totally thin. It had atrophied from the steroid cream. It got totally bleached out, right? Lost all of its pigment. And I knew I could not go on with this, but I had no other tool. I had no lever. So we put it with the DMSO, and it just sucked it right into my body. I knew it was not good. I didn't know how dangerous it was, which is why I'm not recommending that to you, okay? They mentioned cold therapy, or what's called